Frank's also, that 16 foot is what your standard would be for a two-car garage. Is
For a
that correct?
minimum size
But
two-car
this
garage.
allows us to go up to 18 without asking for modification and accommodate someone that's got two big SUVs and wants that extra space.
So when would we
Wait.
say shall be a minimum of 16 feet and not put a maximum on
Because you can do two nines.
it? Yeah, but that's,
He just said
then it
minimum.
doesn't apply, then they're
Right.
back
You
to
might
the
want to
other.
do
20, 24.
So he said
You
minimum.
want to do the
16.
size of an airplane hangar.
Yeah, you
This
better
is
put,
big
you
road.
gotta put a maximum on it, cause
And I think from the facade standpoint, that's what staff was getting at, is that 18 should be the maximum. Otherwise, you really do have a facade that's simply covered by a garage.
right.
I think 99.9% of the time, it's either 16 or 18. If somebody wants to put an airplane hangar door
They can
on the
ask
side of there, they could request a modification, but I don't think
won't
we'll
get
get
it.
that.
Nuh-uh.
They're gonna need a bigger garage.
My question
It'll
is
be a
though,
four-car garage.
if you've got a 16-foot door and you already have one car parked or one vehicle parked in there, can you get that other one in?
It's tight, but you can.
If it's a Honda Civic,
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, y'all are too
This
used
is
to
my
these
car,
big cars.
That's right.
It's my little car.
I mean, I can get into a 9-foot. I know that, but I looked and I thought if I have to take half, a foot off of that on both sides, it's close.
I guess what you're saying, Mike, is if you build up, if you elect to build up to 18-foot maximum, then
You lost your train of thought.
Do we have maybe somebody could find us an example of a 16-foot existing garage door in Franklin. I'm sure there must be one if that's one of the standard sizes. I'd like
But
to
our-
look at it.
And I understand what you're saying, but if somebody gives me, a 12-foot door and tells me to get two cars, and I'm not buying it.
That's right.
So
I'm
now
not
I think
either.
we're
Thank you.
So now I think we're kind of, I understand what you're saying, but if you buy it, you probably should have to deal with that. But I think what we're saying though, I think if we do go with the way it is, it takes care of probably 99% of
I agree.
what we'd probably run into.
well, and what you're missing here, and what Mike's saying too, is that if it's a two-car side entry, then you can build up to, then you can have up to an 18-foot door.
Right.
And what he's asking for is if, or maybe not, if it is a two-car, then it shouldn't be less than two 8-foot doors minimum. So the minimum should be 2 8s and the maximum should be 18. If it's two-car,
Two
8s or 2 9s.
And I think,
don't agree with the
Mr.
2
Chairman,
think
I
it's
think the idea was that we didn't want to complicate this with minimum and maximum. We wanted some flexibility
Right.
for the development community and the design professionals to decide that they wanted, an 11-foot door for one car.
Yeah.
Or some variation on that theme, so that we wanted to, but we also didn't want to have an entire facade taken up by a garage door. So we set it at what we believed from
No
the
bigger
design
than 10.
professionals was the standard for garage doors.
I think a facade is being the front.
that's right.
Yeah, but
But
you
then
can
this
have
is
a side
not.
or a
Yeah.
facade.
You
It's
got
not.
four facades to it.
Mr. Chairman,
More.
I would
Yes.
just suggest that maybe if you keep the language the way it is, but add a stipulation that, but in no case shall a two-car garage have a garage door less than 16 feet in width, that may solve that particular part, but still allow for a one-car garage to have, various
But a lot of
widths.
people want to build a side entry with two 9-foots.
That's
They
up-
could.
that'd be-
Yeah,
That
that's
would
right,
be
and
okay.
that's all right.
That's right.
That's still allowed.
Yeah, they
That's
can
still,
do that.
Oh,
they
it's
can
still
still
allowed?
do that.
It would still be
Yeah.
allowed.
Oh,
That
yeah.
would only
That
apply
would
for
be
the
the way to-
two-car,
Yeah, two-car garage.
single
Okay,
door.
I don't know whether I want to task this to the staff, but I want somebody to find me a 16-foot garage door that I can look at.
You're going to be surprised how often you find it.
Oh, they're
Pardon
everywhere.
me?
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Okay, no, I'm just
You'll-
saying.
you'll be
I
surprised.
know, I really mean it. I want somebody to,
18 foot's a luxury.
Yeah, that's a luxury. I'll come get you and ride you around.
okay. No, I really mean it. No,
I'll
I really
show
mean
you.
it.
They're
I'm
everywhere.
serious. I just
Jimmy
wanna
likes
see it.
Rugrats.
It's just not what I'm familiar with at all.
Okay. All right, any other comments?
I mean, I wanna see inside it too, you know, to see,
we're
we
voting
can
it
get
as
2 cars in it.
Well, around here, you'll see them mostly filled with stuff. And the
No,
cars
that's
are
what I'm
parked
saying.
outside.
What I'm saying is, I wanna see 2 with 2 cars in it.
That's gonna be hard.
Okay.
going to be hard.
Scott, you want to amend your motion?
Yeah, I want to.
Or you want to rescind it and start over?
No. Should you rescind it and start, or just, I want to amend my motion to add the words as added by staff.
Yeah, I'd have that as amendment, then we'll take a main motion, just to see how everybody feels about it.
Okay, and that has to do with the shall
But in no
not be
case-
less than 16 feet? Is that,
That is, as Emily said.
okay? For a two-car.
I have a problem with that.
Sorry, I thought we
Okay, well, let's see if we get a second. Is there a second to that amendment?
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Jimmy, you want to say something?
I don't see the point in having a minimum of 16.
Yeah, I don't
If I'm a
disagree.
car buff and all, or not, if I want to have a 9-foot door in an 18 two-car space, then I don't want to, that's what I want.
That would still be
That's still
permitted.
okay.
You're talking side entry.
That would still be permitted
That's
with
permitted
this
already.
revision.
It's
It would
amendment for
only
2 cars.
apply to a two-car
cars.
garage door.
I think we're overthinking this a little
He
bit.
said,
Okay, no,
one
fine.
door. He said one door, he said one.
We meant to.
And I like Marcia's comment.
No, I think he meant.
If you buy it,
Now, here's another thing, I've built a lot of homes
You
with
should have more due
14
diligence.
footers and 8 footers. Believe it or not, I can show you 14s and
Okay,
8s.
we're gonna have to
And
tell
someone
them.
may have a small car and a motorcycle that works, have license plates that are considered 2 vehicles. So, maybe the minimum ought to be dropped down to 12 foot or something.
Or don't do a minimum.
Let's leave it. Can we call the question?
Or leave it like it is.
Thank you.
Better leave it like it is.
all right, we have an amendment to the main motion. Any other discussion? Alma, you want to say
I was
anything?
thinking, there's so much discussion, maybe we should defer, but I guess we need to go ahead and move on.
Yeah, let's solve
Now,
this.
this is for the 16.
It's not hard.
Please.
Okay,
We'll be talking about it again.
we have the amendment to the main
next
motion. Can I call a vote to say all in favor, say aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
All right, the ayes have it. We're back to the main motion. Any other discussion? Please, no. All accept it? All right, all in favor of the main motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Move to adjourn.
All right.
Second.
Moved and seconded to adjourn. All in favor? Aye. We are adjourned.
Can somebody find out how much money we have in the,